The Gavroche in London was the first UK restaurant to earn 3 Michelin stars. The chef co-owner is Albert Roux. He apprenticed and trained in his native France, and along the way he has chefed in Lady Astor's residence, the French Embassy in London, and the British Embassy in Paris. Here's his cheese soufflé.
Right, well, the next dish that I've chosen to present is a Soufflé Suisesse, which is really as well known in the world as the name Gavroche is for the gourmet. I done first that dishes when I was in private service, because I've never worked in restaurant until such a time that we acquired the restaurant. Always work all over the world for people who could afford my wages, rich people. And this dishes was done for Queen Mum and became one of her favorites. I'm pleased to say that when I cooked none again for her in private, she never failed to ask for that for the Soufflé Suisesse. Extremely rich dishes, full of cholesterol, but what's the matter, you know, it doesn't matter. It's frightfully good. That's the importance. So it's basically a cheese soufflé. You have the ingredient up front of you, the butter, the flour, and the milk to do your bechamel. The eggs to put, the yolk of eggs to put into the bechamel, and the white of eggs. The cream which will form the base of your soufflé, and then the cheese, half of it on top and half of it into the bechamel. There's no secret about a soufflé. It's not an act of God that it will rise. It's simply the mixing, and then the basic of the appareil has to be slightly warm and floppy. So here we go. First, you put your cream into the pan. Half of your cheese into it. White of eggs into the machine. White of eggs into the machine. Somebody here? Cat. White of eggs into the mixer, please. Thank God we're not doing it live. Program.
For this demonstration, we are assuming the bechamel sauce. It's already been made.
Thank you. So, my white of eggs, nice and fluffy. The bechamel, soft, slightly warm. White of eggs in. And there, do not bash it. Just lift it and take your time. Lift it. You don't want any trace of white of eggs in your soufflé. In another word, you want a tara but tara mixed. And do not bash it. That's very, very important. Otherwise, it will run in front of you. Now, this is what I call nicely mixed. Now, with a spoon, you have your little mold, which have been well buttered, preferably Tefal. They're not Tefal, but if you have a Tefal, it's better. And then you take a large spoon of that, which you dip into it. And that will go in the oven for about 3 to 4 minutes, no more. It will come back when it's got a nice little crust on it. The oven at about 250 or gas mark 6 or 7. So now the soufflé are coming out, as you can see. They are not totally cooked, but they're starting to rise. So I've got my cream nice and hot, little grounded paper on it, pinch of salt, and then that's when the tricky bit comes in. You pick up and you dip in, and here they are. You can use another dish without an handle if you want. You can also, if you so wish, put it directly into a plate with the hot cream in it. After that, your cheese, which you kept, sprinkle on it, and take your time, and your soufflé will not go down. And if it goes down, it will go up again when you put it on into the oven or under the salamander. You can either put it back in an oven for another 5 minutes until it makes or glaze, or if you have a salamander like we have here, you put it under the salamander to get a nice color. I'm going to pledge you one, but as I said, if I wanted to, I would have put my hot cream in there, dip my soufflé into it, put the cheese and onto the salamander. So in other words, you can do them individually, which might be suiting better if you have 8 or 10 people at the table. Helps the service. Obviously you get a faster action under the salamander, so that it is a nice and blonde. So here it comes. Now to me, this is absolutely perfect. So to dish it up, you pick up your little soufflé, and obviously you get all the little bit of sauce around the edge. You make those little things, and there you are, ready to be eaten. Soufflé Suisesse.